for you as my brother, right? I noticed something very, very impressive about you. What's your name, bro? Huh? Darrell? Nice to meet you, Darrell. What I noticed about you is you have a beard on your face. The reason why that's important is because it represents manhood. You understand? Did you know it was a law of God to have that? Let me just show you real quick. So we out here to exhort our people to do the right thing, but first and foremost, acknowledge who we are. Read this.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 21 and verse 5. They shall not make baldness upon their heads.
So the Bible says don't make baldness upon your head like Michael Jordan or Charles Barkley, Floyd Mayweather, right? Read.
Neither shall they shave off the corner of their beard.
And God said don't shave off your beard. Who was that law given to? Do you know? Let me show you. Go to Psalms 119. Read that. Let me show you, because these are customs that a lot of us are unfamiliar with. You was raised in church? Your parents took you to church somewhat? You believe in the Bible at all? Okay, so let me show you this real quick. Right? Read.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 147 and verse 19. He showeth his word unto Jacob.
So his words, it says he showed unto Jacob. All right, read.
His statutes and his judgments.
His statutes or his law, statutes, and commandments. Read.
Unto Israel.
Unto Israel. Read.
He hath not dealt so with any nation.
So he ain't give his laws to any other people on this earth but the children of Israel, the 12 tribes of Israel. So let me ask you a question. Who are those people today? You're not sure, right? So wouldn't we be able to identify them today? It should be made known. You telling me, give me Deuteronomy 7:6? Because I want you to, now listen good to this real quick. Because this is a serious question I got for you. When we open up the Bible, we read about Israel, and then we read the special things that God says about Israel, right? So this is an example. Read.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
He says that the children of Israel are an holy people unto him. That means separate from every other race of people. Read.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself.
He chose the 12 tribes of Israel to be a special people unto himself. Although we all come from Adam and Eve, right? All races do, right? Read.
Above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
Does that sound like equality? So God's chosen people is special and above and holy above all people in the world. So shouldn't we be able to ask ourselves, well, who are these people that's supposed to be above everybody, right? You don't think that's a fair question to ask? So how we'll be able to identify a people who is supposed to be above everybody? How you doing, Sister LaShonda? The same question. How are we supposed to identify who God's 12 tribes is, or his people are, if these people are supposed to be above everybody in the world? If you're above everybody in the world, that means you run the whole world. The world wealth, the world economy, nations adhere to you. You sit in the government seats dictating order and structure. You understand? That's what happens, right? So how do we identify them? Deuteronomy 28. And read verse 15.
This is the book of Deuteronomy,
chapter 1, real quick. I know you feel like you probably got to go, but bear with me, because I want to at least make sure you walk away with this understanding. My sister, what's your name? My sister Tina. Listen good. Come over here. I want y'all to come over here. Probably send it from me. Because we're going to make it real plain. Just real quick. Listen to who God is talking to. We just read earlier that his chosen people are special, holy, and above all races of people. So when you read the Bible, you should be able to want to know, well, who these people are that's supposed to be above everybody in the world. How do we identify them today? So read this.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 1 and verse 1. These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
Who was he speaking to? Everyone? Read that again.
These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
Israel, right? So now let's see what he said to Israel. Get to the point. Come on.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Israel, if you don't listen to my commandments, right? Read.
To observe to do all his commandments.
Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not commit adultery. Thou shalt not have no other God before me. So forth and so on, right? Read.
And his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So he said curses will come upon the 12 tribes of Israel and overtake them as a nation of people. Now let's see what these curses represent. Verse 45.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign.
The curses are upon the 12 tribes of Israel for a sign. Y'all got IDs, right? So your IDs identify everything about you, your height, your weight, your address. You understand? Your eye color and all of that, right? So the same thing is what we're going to read about right now. We're going to read the ID of the children of Israel today. Now I want you to read that part again.
And they shall be upon thee for a sign.
The curses are upon the children of Israel for a sign. Follow. Y'all got that? So what are the curses again? Upon the children of Israel for what? For a sign. Okay, I'm going to make sure y'all remember that. What's going on, my sister? We're reading about how the curses are going to help us identify God's chosen people in these last days. So now I want you to get to 28 and verse 68. Because guess what? Here's a telltale sign of what will happen to the children of Israel. Read.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 68.
Bring it out.
The Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
So the children of Israel, if you're familiar with Bible history, were once delivered from the land of Egypt. You understand, under Moses. Okay? In Egypt, they were slaves. They built pyramids under Pharaoh. Y'all follow? Okay, so now go to 20 and verse 8 to see what the word Egypt means. The Bible is going to explain it. Read.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 8. I am the Lord thy God. Verse 2. And I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
Now, he just called Egypt the house of what? The house of bondage. What's another word for bondage? Captive or slave. You understand? So now we can see what he means when we read this part again.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt.
Into what? Egypt or slavery.
Again with ships.
Again with ships. So wait a minute, you're going to go back into slavery to ships. Okay, since I understand. But look, this is important because we want our people to acknowledge that our history is found in the Bible. Did you know our history is in the Bible? Read that part again. Come on.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt.
The word Egypt is bondage or slavery when you read Exodus 20. He said, I'm going to send you into Egypt again. Read.
Again with ships.
Slavery again with ships. I delivered you out of Egypt once before. You walked out. But this time you're going back into slavery on board slave ships. This is how we're able to identify who the blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans are in these last days. Because they would have the curses of God on them to help them identify themselves in the last days. For example, where y'all see yourselves at on this sign right here? Judah, your father is a so-called black man, come from black people. All praise to the Most High. This is how we're able to identify ourselves. You can read the sign and say it, but according to God, Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Ephraim would be sent on slave ships all over the world. Finish it out.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
Hold on, look at the sequence. You will be taken on slave ships, and then what happened?
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
Once we got off the slave ships, what happened? We were sold. We was bought and sold. That's biblical history, but who history is it? Who did it happen to? It happened to Judah, the 12 tribes of Israel. That is who we are in these last days.
Across the earth, the prophets move. From city streets to distant lands, the message is the same. Israel must rise. Through every quest, every journey, the truth spreads. No border can contain it. No distance can silence it. Our nation lives in every moment. In joy, we celebrate marriages. In sorrow, we honor our dead. On the Sabbath, we gather as one. Families rejoicing together, bound by the commandments of God. Yet are we tried. From the stones in Kenya to the hatred in Montana, we endure as a soldier of the Lord. And still, the mission expands. On the airwaves, On the screens, in every nation under heaven, Israel's voice is heard. We build our communities. We raise our children in royalty. We restore what was broken. We clean what was defiled. We show the world who we are. This is Israel united in Christ. Nation in motion. Nation endures.